Top 10 Best Cricket Batsmen of 2022. Number 1. Marnus Labuschagne. Australia's Marnus Labuschagne made cricket history in 2019 when he became the first player to be used as a concussion substitute in a test match. It was a piece of good fortune for the player and also for the Australians, who has uncovered a star batsman, almost by accident. Labuschagne replaced Steve Smith in that game and, by the end of the year, he had also overtaken his teammate as the leading run scorer in Test match cricket. He continued to score heavily in the longest form of the game, and the 27-year-old will start 2022 as the number 1 ranked Test batter. In 35 international matches, Tests and ODIs, up to and including the 4th Ashes Test at Sydney in 2022, Labuschagne had made 2,644 runs with 7 centuries and a best of 215. Number 2. Babar Azam. Pakistan's Babar Azam enjoyed a stunning period in 2021, and he will start the new year as the number 1 ranked one-day international batsman in the world. Babar also features inside the top 10 for both T20s and Test cricket. He starred in all 3 formats, scoring 939 runs in the previous calendar year. Those runs came at an overall strike rate of 127.58 and an average of 37.56. Those are impressive figures considering that Test cricket will tend to drive strike rates down. Overall, Babar Azam has played in 203 games across those 3 formats at the start of 2022. He has compiled over 9,000 runs with 20 international centuries. Number 3. Dawid Malan. Like all of England's Test batsmen, Dawid Malan has struggled against Australia in the 2021-22 Ashes series. However, he starts the new year as the number 1 ranked T20I batsman, and that's enough to see him included on this list. He became only the 2nd English batter to make a T20I century when he scored 103 against New Zealand in 2019. Since then, he's also made a 99 in this format for his country. There are criticisms that Malan doesn't score quickly enough in limited overs cricket, but he should remain an important player for England in 2022. Number 4. Virat Kohli. Critics will be quick to point out that it's been more than 2 years since Virat Kohli scored an international century. However, India's Test match captain remains a threat in all 3 forms of cricket, and that's why he deserves this place on our list. The official ICC rankings tend to agree, with Kohli ranked 2nd in one-day internationals and 9th in Test cricket. In 2022, he will want to prove those critics wrong, and I'm expecting a big response from Virat Kohli this year. Number 5. Joe Root. In terms of total Test runs, 2021 was the best year of Joe Root's career. In a struggling England side, he just failed to set a new record for most runs in a calendar year with an aggregate of 1708, which remains the 3rd highest of all time. Root made 2 double hundreds at the start of the year, and at times, it seemed like he was fighting a lone battle. As to what happens in 2022, much could depend on whether he decides to hold on to the England captaincy, but there's no doubt that Joe Root remains a world-class batsman. Number 6. Kane Williamson. New Zealand skipper Kane Williamson has been one of the most consistent batsmen in world cricket for some time now. Big things are expected from the Kiwi in 2022, and he retains some high-ranking positions in all formats of the game. As 2022 began, Williamson was ranked third in the ICC Test ratings behind Marnus Labuschagne and Joe Root. He's also ninth in the OD table. Overall, New Zealand's current captain has more than 15,000 international runs with 37 centuries and a highest score of 251. Number 7. Rohit Sharma. India's Rohit Sharma is set to lead India in the limited overs formats, and we should see a lot more of him in the white ball game. He hasn't featured in India's Test series versus South Africa at the start of 2022, but he still has a lot to offer in the longer form of cricket. Rohit is a record breaker in OD cricket. He has 3 double hundreds in the 50-over format with the all-time highest score of 264. Those are incredible statistics, and I expect he's going to be prolific again in 2022. Number 8. David Warner. Australia's powerful left-handed opener struggled in England in 2019, but that hasn't been the case in the latest Ashes series. In 6 innings across the first 4 tests of 2021-22. David Warner was the third highest scorer overall with 273 runs at an average of 45.5. He's been a prolific batsman throughout his career, and I won't be surprised to see Warner enjoy another productive year. At the start of 2022, he was ranked 6th in Test cricket and 7th in ODIs. The big shock in 2021 came when he was dropped by Sunrisers Hyderabad at the IPL, but he is tipped to respond strongly with a new franchise. Number 9. Aaron Finch. Australia's limited overs skipper Aaron Finch has played Test cricket, but he's largely seen as a white ball specialist. The ICC ratings back that up, and he was ranked 5th in ODIs and 6th in T20s at the start of 2022. Notable achievements include the fact that Finch began 2022 with 2 of the 3 highest scores in T20 international cricket. Included in that list is the current world record of 172, which was made against Zimbabwe in 2018. Number 10. Steve Smith. By his own very high standards, 2021 wasn't the best year for Steve Smith. After averaging over 100 in the Ashes series of 2019, he failed to score a century in any of the first 4 tests against England in 2021-22. However, it would be foolish to write him off. Form is temporary in this game, but class is permanent, and Smith has that class in abundance. He may not be the most elegant player to watch, but he is highly effective. He'll be concentrating on Test cricket from here on, and, in the red ball format, Smith has 7,757 runs at an average of 60.60 with no fewer than 2700s and a best of 239.